Once I unmute, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of Ravens Roundup. Today is July 24th. Training camp starts ASAP, whether it be tomorrow or the next day. And it's time, man. It's time for the season. We got a few things we want to knock out before we get everybody in. Make sure if you have not done so, you want to be a part of the extended family. You do go over to patreon.com/SimplyTally. And the benefits of doing that and joining the Patreon, you get an opportunity to get in the Discord. We all have Discords. Mine is, I can send you the link once you join, and you get in there and be able to communicate with us and with me rather. And you don't have to go on Twitter and hope you get a response. On Discord, we kind of get back to you, shortly, and we can talk about any and everything. It ain't just football related. Also, you get invitation to the Fantasy Football League. We have one league drafted already, working on the second league. And if you get into the fantasy football, you have a chance to win one of these. You have an opportunity to win the Cuban-like link. So that's another opportunity. And you also, if you want to, we'll talk about the third one later once we get everybody in. So let's start bringing everybody in. All right. First up, what up, Mike?
We having mute issues tonight. What up? What up? What's up, good people? What's popping, Coach?
Not much. What's good on your end? How was your week?
Man, it was cool, man. Busy weekend. You know what I mean? Then Monday blues, but I'm here. You know the man try to hold you down. You know I got to fight through that though, man.
Yeah, shake back, man. Yes, sir.
Right.
You got to bob and weave in these streets. You with the Ring King, you know how y'all do.
You already know it.
You got to turn them shoulders and maneuver.
Yeah, that's that shoulder roll, man. I was doing that heavy today.
Hendo, what's good?
What's going on?
Hey, that's a nice shirt you got on there, man.
Hey, this for us older gentlemen, the athlete.
Gotcha.
When you used to have it, but you don't know if you got it anymore, and you scared to tempt fate because you don't want that trip to the hospital.
No, mentally you think you got it.
Facts.
Your body say no. How was your week?
It was good. How about yours?
I'm straight. Let the people know what premiered today.
Oh, what premiered today is Hendo's top 100 players of the NFL, 100 through 81, which will be running 20 per day throughout the rest of the week. We may go live on Friday and discuss the top 20 overall.
Okay. And so 100 through 40 will be summed up on Wednesday on Lunch Break Hot Take, in case y'all didn't know.
Say what?
Neither one of them cracked a smile. Both of them in the back. Neither one of them cracked a smile.
because this is news to us.
Let me bring them in because neither one of them cracked a smile.
My bad, man. I'm having a little technical difficulty here, so I'm trying to fix that. But what's good? What's good, everybody? Hey,
how was your week?
It was it's straight. It was a good weekend. Gonna be a long week, but you guys mentioned fights. Okay, speaking of fights, tomorrow morning, approximately 8 a.m. Okay, the fights happen over in Japan. You
Eastern?
Got the 8 a.m. Eastern time. Yep. You got the Monster Inoue taking on cool boy Stephen Fulton. Okay, that's a huge fight. That's going to determine some power rankings or pound for pound rankings in the boxing world. So make sure you check that out if you're up that early.
What's good, B?
Man, like who said, like just looking forward to not looking forward to waking up early, but looking forward to the fight. It's a big one, and then we got on Saturday Errol Spence and Bud Crawford, so it's an exciting time for fight fans.
Gotcha. I want to bring in our resident hooper here, the only one of us that still can get on the court and do a little something. What's good, Chris?
Not much, man. I'm on vacation mode right now, so I'm already gone in my mind.
Mentally, you checked out.
Yeah, mentally I checked out. I had a little something to do at work today. Then I started working on a list of my top 30 songs, and I didn't do any more work after that.
So physically you still got it, but mentally you're done.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all put out an episode this week. Kind of tell the people what y'all talked about on Deep Cover.
That's right. We did do that. I told you I'm gone. No, we just did a training camp preview. So it's a 2-part episode. We did the offense first, broke that down of the Ravens training camp preview, and then we did the defensive episode for the part 2. So check that out on the Deep Cover podcast.
Gotcha. And so what I was talking about before I brought everybody in with the last, not the last, but one of the benefits of joining the Patreon and being on the Gunslinger menu, and I haven't been able to be a part of it, was to raise your chalice. And so I'm finally, back in the game where I can raise my chalice up. And look at the whole team. Like Boosie say, whole click iPhones. we back in the game today. So make sure you can go to patreon.com/sip-the-tally, get your chalice so you can toast when we score, when we win games, when we win a Super Bowl, when we win playoff games. You in the game with us. So you do that by going to patreon.com. Go ahead, Chris.
And if you really want to get your numbers up, and you got to subscribe to Coach's thing, and you got to go to everything for Coach, and you get the gallon jug, the Sip the Tally gallon jug too. This is special edition Sip the Tally gallon jug.
There it is. Hey, that one is one of one. We can work on you getting one of two. Just holla at Chris, and we work on you getting one of two. That's how that works. All right, before we move on, we got as far as the pin comment too. If there's a question or something that you want all 6 of us to answer, go to the pin comment, put it, ask your question there. Alert will come on the screen, and I'll go to where I need to go, and I'll reread it, put it back up there so everybody can see what your question is, and all 6 of us will give it a go. That's how you want to do that. If you just want to support the channel and don't have any question or comment, just go and do it that way also. All right. So now let's kind of get into the nuts and bolts of what we got going on. I don't know if I got a clear answer. Yay or nay on what we talked about before we started, Zay?
Yeah, we might as well bring it up.
Right.
So August 4th, we know we got the meet and greet coming up. The location is changing. It's still going to be in Columbia, Maryland. It's going to be around the corner. All right, we're going to give you more details, but not to worry. Make your travel plans. It's gonna be the same travel distance. But Bus Boys and Poets, we got into a little contractual dispute. So they're tripping a little bit, but don't worry.
Beef.
Yeah, we got a little beef. No big deal. No big deal. It's business, as they say. It's business. Mm-hmm. But the new location is gonna be just as fly. Yep. We've been working around the clock. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So get your tickets. It's still on.
Less than a mile away.
Oh yeah. You could literally walk there if you want to. Mm-hmm. So get your tickets. It's still on. Same time, different place. We'll send out those details shortly.
And potentially even more specialer. I know it's not a word. Special surprise for people like me and Mikey.
Yes. There might be. Yeah, there might. This might have worked out for the best. Definitely worked out for the best. Yeah.
All right. So first topic of the day. A little special topic for me. Let me get that off. If I can get it off, there we go. The power rankings. So I've been doing the power rankings on my channel, and I just want to ask this question with you guys. We're at number 3 today. at number 3. No, number 4 was today.
4.
Number 4 was
Oh,
today.
four,
Number
four,
4 was
four.
today.
Yeah.
See, I almost slipped. Number 4 was today. Any surprises since the last time we talked? Any questions, complaints, anything about since the last time we talked about the power ranking?
Well, yeah, the Chiefs being 4 was, I mean, a little surprised. Like I said in the chat, like once you're in the top 5, you're a Super Bowl caliber team, right? So I thought they'd be number 1 because they're always in the AFC Championship. They've won 2 Super Bowls in the last 4 years, and they're going to be right there again this year, most likely. But the way you explain everything is great, right? Like, yes, when you're top 5, yes, they could easily be there. But when you're talking about the strength of their team, like they definitely have some weaknesses for sure, and you pointed them out perfectly. So I thought that made a lot of sense. That's the thing. All the surprises that I have on these power rankings, you explain it, and it makes sense. So once you don't. That's why it's important to not just look at a list. Right.
Yes.
That's why I wanted to promote this power ranking so much, because the way you explain it doesn't matter who your team is. It doesn't matter where they're ranked. You understand why they're ranked there, right? And what your team needs to work on. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I had to second everything Jose said. And for most people, when it first hits you, you get that, huh? She said 4, they just won the Super Bowl. But when you sit back and look at the rankings, of course, you like, oh, Patrick Mahomes, number 1. He makes that quarterback room first.
Mhm.
Travis Kelce, they're ranked number 2 in tight ends. But then you look at the rest of the team and like, yeah, them wide receivers are booty. They got Chris Jones, but they ain't got much else. They got Nick Bolton, but ain't nobody else around them. Then they had the 2 rookie corners. So if you look at it in totality, they don't have a really good team. They just got Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
So
And Andy Reid.
And see, that's one of the reasons why I said, like, when I do it next year, I probably will give the quarterback more than some other positions.
Mm-hmm.
But
I think that's fine. Like, I mean, we know quarterbacks make a world of difference, but if something happens to them, what are they looking like? Because some of these other teams, the quarterback, I mean, look, if your starting quarterback goes down, you're in trouble. But some of these other teams, they can withstand it a lot better because they're more well-rounded.
Right.
So then I guess that means Carolina's going to move up, because if Andy Dalton goes down, then that means then Bryce Young going to step up there, right?
You're not putting me in this.
You can't replace a Hall of Fame quarterback that easy.
Right. My apologies, Red Rifle. My apologies.
Who a Hall of Fame quarterback?
You didn't hear?
According to their new running back, Miles Sanders, Andy Dalton is a Hall of Fame caliber quarterback.
Yep.
Brian, what say you?
I'm not gonna say anything because y'all complain when I talk about your team, even though it's
No,
like 5-on-1 here, and y'all get all sensitive when I point out the issues with Baltimore.
What did I say? What did I say about them?
Right, I asked the question: is Andy Dalton a Hall of Fame quarterback? That's the question at hand.
I mean, Hall of Fame is in the eye of the beholder. I mean, is Eli Manning a Hall of Fame? Because I watched Eli Manning a lot. And I saw a painfully average quarterback, right?
I did too.
But he going to the Hall of Fame, right? So I mean, who can say?
I did too. I agree with you, Brian. I did not think Eli was Hall of Fame material. I think Eli's crescendo was beating that New England team with Randy Moss, and he do have 2 Super Bowls, but ain't like he showed out on them in them games. They had good teams. You can honestly say Tom Coughlin was the MVP of them teams. If you want to keep it a buck, they had a great coach.
I don't care who you say it is. It wasn't Eli Manning.
Eli made some clutch throws in them 2 playoff runs.
The catch on the side of the helmet.
Let me ask you.
No, the one to Mario Manningham on the sideline.
Oh, on the sideline. Yeah, that was
great.
Is David Tyree a Hall of Fame?
He's a former Raven, sir. Stop it.
He had half as many clutch plays as Eli, right? So
let's put him in.
Did he have the game-winning touchdown pass to Plaxico Burress? He did not.
He had the game-winning catch against his helmet while receiving the backbreaker from one of the dirtiest players ever. So
I mean, we all know Eli's average.
Plus, like Dion said, there's 2 Hall of Fames. All right, there's a Hall of Fame and a Hall of Game. Now, a lot of these cats ain't making no Hall of Game. They might make the Hall of Fame though.
Gotcha. Any other feedback from the power rankings?
Man, them Bears. Somebody need to talk about them Bears.
What
What were they 12?
The Bears
The
were 12.
Saints,
Yeah.
the Saints surprised me too.
Yeah.
Saints 8.
Dennis
Think
Allen's
Saints
a
8.
horrible coach.
Bears 12. Saints 8. Bears 12.
I take that back,
the Bears
coach.
above the Saints.
I take that back, coach. The Saints one is the worst. I take that back. Dennis Allen is a terrible coach.
Well, the coaches didn't have a
That should
ranking.
factor in next year, I think.
Yeah,
Coach
Josh
didn't have a
McDaniels,
ranking.
Dennis Allen, 2 horrible coaches.
When you think about it, the Saints okay on defense.
Yes.
Right.
Saints okay
And
on defense.
they got talent on offense for sure.
They do.
Maybe
Now,
they
I don't
should
know
have
what's
kept
gonna
him as
happen
the
with.
defensive coordinator.
Say again.
Maybe
Yeah.
they should have kept him as the defensive coordinator.
Yep.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hired a head coach.
Maybe.
I think if Byron Leftwich had gone there, they'd have been a problem.
It's facts.
Let's see, we got a donation. Let's see what's going on. DDSQ came in. He says, "Love what you're doing. The Chiefs being where they are fine. Power rankings assess who has the best roster, not who will win on any given Sunday. They have the best QB, which gives them the best shot against anyone. Appreciate you, DDSQ, and that pretty much sums it up, man. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just looking at the roster and trying to rank who I think had the best roster. Because honestly, if you want to go out there and say who I think gonna win on any given Sunday, the Chiefs would have been number 1 in every category.
Yeah,
because going off last year, because they got Pat Mahomes, I don't think nobody can beat them. Not right now. But I do think they're gonna lose some games. I just don't know who. I could have said Chiefs number 1 across the board because of Pat.
right.
But still, you're trying to assess every roster, every position, and go from there. And I know everybody ain't gonna be happy. And I knew that when I signed up for it. But it's been fun doing it. It's been fun doing it.
That's the main thing. And I mean, Jose, Hendo said it, DDSQ said it. Like, the way you break it down, like the Chiefs. I mean, I can't remember what you had their running back room in, but like
16.
Like, yeah. So like, and some people might even have that room, worse than that. You know what I'm saying? So if you break it down position by position, they have lost some pieces, right? They lost a big fella on the left side,
Yep.
So there is some things that they lost. So if you break it down, man, it's the perfect way to do it. It does open your mind into thinking like, oh shit, if I look at this and I rank each position group, where do these teams stack up?
Right.
So yeah, I mean it's 100%, no matter what, or where a team may fall, when you look at the rankings, it makes more sense that way. Rather than, like you said, these ones that we see on the 4-letter networks, that's more so the trending team or who we, you know what I mean, the last year's Super Bowl pick or whatever the case may be. So, yeah, man, the way you're doing it is perfect, Coach.
Right. And the thing is, I'm the one thing I may be completely wrong on is the Lions. I may be, but I just think they lost a lot because that's the one everybody kind of, come at me for, and I just think they may lost a lot. And I real say this that Malik, the Lions at 29 is not crazy because I got the Lions at 31, not 29, second to last. I just wanted to make sure you got that one right. I got them at 31, not 29. All right, let's move on. Just want to make sure you got it right. Ravens signed Melvin Gordon.
Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
It's funny how the Chiefs running back room got better by not re-signing Melvin Gordon. That's crazy. And we decided, you know what? It's a good idea to pick that bench warmer up. Let's go.
They tried to get him last year.
The Chiefs got a first round pick as the third running back.
Yeah.
I think Kyle may have been undrafted. McKinnon. Or and Pacheco was like a late
Pacheco was
draft.
7th. He was a 7th rounder.
Pacheco was?
Pacheco was a 7th rounder. Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a first rounder.
I don't know if McKinnon was drafted.
Yeah, he was drafted. He was a 3rd rounder.
He was a 3rd round. Okay. That's crazy.
But I mean, if you look at the signing for Baltimore, I mean, it may just be bringing in like a designated doghouse player for Harbaugh, so that you can't put anybody of value in there.
Right.
He has to exile somebody every year, and we all know Melvin Gordon can't hang on to the ball, so it might just be him.
Did you see the chart? Did you get a chance to see the chart I threw up there?
I did not.
So I put up a chart with With matter of fact, y'all go ahead and keep talking. I'll find it. Y'all go ahead. Talk amongst
You
yourselves.
mean,
I apologize.
you mean his number of fumbles?
Nah,
Coach?
I'm gonna put it up there. Go ahead, Hendo. Or
Because
whoever.
I know what it is. It's 8. It's 8.
Look, we said the other day, Hendo, sign Dalvin Cook. What are we doing?
Right.
Or Ezekiel Elliott, or trade for Saquon, or anything but sign Melvin Gordon.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
honestly,
Kareem Hunt, even if you want to get desperate.
I think if they felt like JK and Gus weren't gonna be ready, then we might have seen a name like that. But I feel like this is just a can body.
Not for $3 million though. Up to
It ain't
$3
that $3 million. Yeah,
Up to $3 million.
Right. They can cut. They can slice him tomorrow. He won't see a dollar.
That on the screen is their numbers for the past 2 years. It's obviously JK's rookie year, and then his last year, his two pieces together, and then it's Melvin Gordon's last 2 years with the Broncos. So that's the comparison of those two. And the numbers ain't a huge difference in numbers, except for the yards per carry.
Yeah.
And them goddamn fumbles at the bottom. And
Men
them
lie.
fumbles is the big number.
Women lie, but numbers don't, except for in this case. Well, Melvin Gordon had 918 yards 2 years ago, but he only had 300 yards the last year. That's where this lies. He couldn't get on the field. He couldn't get on the field with Isaiah Pacheco.
Yep.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire was hurt. And I'm not saying your boy Pacheco was
though.
bad. I'm not saying he's bad, but he has to take a breather sometime.
Yeah.
So you took a rebuilt bionic man, McKinnon, and put him in the game instead of this former first rounder.
That's good.
That says a
Jared
lot.
can play,
I didn't say he couldn't.
but Melvin can't anymore.
That's
Anymore, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But this number at the bottom is the reason why he didn't play. And y'all know, like
That's
I
why he
mentioned
got
that on the 430 show, if the ball touched the ground once,
That's it.
he won't see the light of day. He'll be buried under DeCosta's house.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know there's a why even sign a guy that fumbles a lot, and you know what Harbaugh gonna do with it if he lay it down. You know he won't see the field.
We love wasting money.
And he been in the league a long time. You love that too.
Yeah, that is true.
Might as well bring Devontae Freeman.
Right.
Freeman ain't played since we let him go, have you?
You also love being the last destination.
Neither did Le'Veon Bell, right?
Le'Veon Bell, that was his last stop too.
I think Latavius Murray got another
Bryant.
job.
Yeah,
he's
Murray did get another job.
Yeah.
With the Broncos, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
You're right. B. Des Bryant, this is his last stop.
Yeah.
Le'Veon, I thought Le'Veon
Sean
signed
Jackson.
Didn't Le'Veon sign with
Crabtree.
Tampa?
I don't
he
think
left
so,
here?
Mike.
He went for a
Oh,
tryout. He went for a tryout. He didn't make it.
Yeah.
We're the retirement
I
home.
believe was this is
He
last
was.
stop
He
too.
was. He was.
Lee Evans.
He was.
Man, they call
Really
Ravens a
kind
retirement home. a transitional team.
His fumble on his first carry.
Alejandro Villanueva.
Just get it out the way.
Preseason, right?
Yeah, get it out the way and get him off the field. No important touches for him at all.
Get the man up out of there quick. All right, next up. And this shocked me right here.
What's that?
When did this dude get hurt?
Yeah, when? I'm just hearing about this.
When
I
did
think-
when did Tyus Bowser get hurt? Like when, how, what is the extent of his injury? What happened?
It's a lower back
Stretches
injury.
or what?
It was a lower back injury. He apparently, or the report is, he got injured trying to help Pepe off the bench, where Pepe got hurt as well. So, two birds,
Is
one
that-
stone.
Is that real? Listen, I gotta ask because last year we had two players get hurt on back-to-back plays, and I thought that somebody was trolling.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I mean anything can happen on this team.
Now I didn't hear about this. So I mean, is it bad? It's supposed to be bad?
The reason I even brought it up because obviously I don't know if you know, but we was trying to see what was up with Dwayne Smoot from Jacksonville, and they eventually signed him or whatever they were gonna do with him. Then, like shortly after, we start kicking the tires on Kyle Van Noy. And I don't know, that may or may not still happen or whatnot. But that's kind of why I talked about it on the 430 show, because it came out. I was wondering why we were doing it, and it came out that Bowser is hurt. That's why.
But they tried to trick us because they put him on a non-football injury list.
Yeah, he on the
in the
pup now.
beginning. Right. So maybe I don't know. Maybe it's like
Oh, he is on
Naheem Hine.
non-football. He is on non-football. He's not on the pup. He's on non-football.
So
But they are saying
Jeff
he might be.
says said after the mandatory minicamp that he was dealing with a knee flare-up, but not sure it was expected that he wouldn't be ready for camp.
Mm. See, couple things here, right? One, the sad thing about this thing, we cannot trust anything when it comes to injuries, right? They're gonna play this down, and for all we know, so that's one thing. Two, this is why I can't stand training camp, right? I get the excitement, but I mean, we saw, now they're saying Gardner Johnson, they're saying that that's not as bad as they thought it would be.
Yeah.
But that could have been. Then Nima Hines, that was something else. Now I don't know what's up with that, but apparently he got hit by a jet ski.
Yeah,
and that's how
that
he
sucks.
messed his knee up.
Damn.
Yeah,
He done for the year.
He done for
Yep.
the year.
Amari
But,
Cooper.
Yeah, we lost. I mean, we lost our long snapper. He tore his knee.
Yep.
But it's just like, just get through this healthy, man. That's the only thing I want to see. And this is not a good start to camp that hasn't started yet. So let's just hope this is not serious. But now that you're saying it in your point, Coach, I did see they were looking at Van Noy. This could be something, because of that. So I don't know, but we can never trust what they say.
Chris, what you think about Van Noy? What and just what do you know of him? I know he started with New England, had some time with
He started with the Lions.
But the Lions then had some time with New England and recently with the Chargers.
Yeah, he's in the same mode as Tyus Bowser. He's a guy that could play that Sam role. I think a couple years ago, I think him and Tyus were up top as far as the linebackers who dropped into coverage. So that's right in the Ravens' wheelhouse. So that'll give them two guys who can offer that kind of versatility of rushing the passer, but then also being able to drop in zone and even play a little bit of man if they need to. So I like it from a versatility standpoint because he's a vet. He knows what he's doing, knows how to play the game, and could affect the game in so many different ways. So I love it because it can give those young dudes, Owe and Ojabo, like you just hunt the quarterback. Tyus and Kyle Van Noy will give them all of the extracurricular stuff. So all you got to do is just worry about getting to the quarterback.
So he could be those two guys could be the guys that could do the hunting the quarterback, the run stuff, and dropping coverage if need to be.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And just let them the two O's, as I'm calling them the two O's, go hunt.
Yeah, theoretically speaking, yes.
Very diplomatic answer. If you say so.
Gotcha.
Everything sounds good on paper.
Yeah, in theory, you're right. You're right. In theory,
I just hope I hope this is temporary, and if he needs more time to rest, sit out training camp, man. Just be healthy.
Bowser,
yeah.
Like we already know what you could do, And what's he been in the league almost 10 years now, right?
When he get drafted,
I think he was like 7 or 8.
Yeah,
six or seven. Some of these players you think have been in the league a really long time, and you look and you be like, "What? 4 or 5 years?" Yeah, it's only been like 6, I think.
Well, we're gonna round it up with the knee injury, so it's 10.
You got them 30-year-old knees.
Exactly. Let's move on to this James Jones thing, and I'm kind of catching up because a lot of stuff happened after my show or after our show this week. And he talked about saying he came down and talked to Monkey. So he's going to take it back to Louisville. It's going to be 4 wide, and that they're going to open the offense up, and they're not going to have 9 people in the box. Then he ended his comment saying that Zay Flowers was by far the best receiver on the field. And I know you guys have seen the hits or the comments or whatever, or actually the interview. What you guys think about it?
Oh shit.
Well, I mean, I hope he's the best wide receiver on the field because two of our main guys ain't there. So we
Wait a
haven't
sec.
seen them on the field yet.
Excuse me for a second, Mike. He didn't say the best wide receiver on the field. He said the best wide receiver on the team.
Yeah, including Odell.
Not field, on the team by far.
By far, yeah.
Well, look,
Well, who said that? James Jones?
James
Yeah.
Jones.
Well, how would he know? I mean, he hasn't seen.
He claimed he went down there.
Yeah, but Bateman's not practicing. Odell's not practicing.
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, I think he got some information, and because they're on TV, he kind of exaggerated it a little bit. They probably told him, "Look, Zay Flowers looks really good. He could be our best wide receiver. We'll see." And he's just like, "I'm hearing he's the best." Like he probably did something like that. But there's no way they said he's the best receiver on the team, including Odell. Odell hasn't really practiced yet.
Right.
Kind of like Todd Monken being the 7th ranked offensive coordinator, but not
Right.
being in the league the last couple of years.
Right.
Nobody wants to listen to an interview about the player you think is the best on the team being the best on the team. Right? Like, okay. You see, oh man, James Jones was the best wide receiver on the Ravens roster. You scrolling right by that.
Right.
This is true.
Yeah. Clickbait. Exactly, Malik B. Clickbait.
My thing is like, why even if he was the best receiver you saw out there, keep in mind, Odell ain't going 100% right now. He's already told you my goal is to be at 100% September 6th or 7th, whenever the first game is. That he only came to mandatory minicamp because he had to, and just to start to practice. He ain't going 100%. He got a plan, and he gonna constantly ramp it up. You saw Bateman was there on the sideline chilling. So who he had to be better than? He had to be better than Prochet. He had to be better than Duvernay. He had to be better than Aguilar.
Wallace.
I ain't want to say
you
I wasn't
forget
gonna hurt
that.
your feelings, Chris. I wasn't gonna throw Wallace out there.
Shamar Bridges.
You see Hendo. You see, I wasn't gonna throw Wallace out there, Chris. You see?
That's right. I don't know how the hell you didn't name him first.
Who's another undrafted free agent that we all clamor for?
Demas.
Demas. Yeah.
That's Mike dude right there. But again, you ain't this. I ain't gonna say it ain't gonna be hard. It's because they all professionals, but it ain't hard to go out there and look better than those guys.
if he is looking the best, that's a good thing, right?
Yeah, it is, right.
It's a young guy, so if he coming out there, he's showing out. That's a good problem to have. But as we're saying, it's kind of hard for us to buy into that, and not everybody out there. So, but if he out there balling, great. That's a great problem for the Ravens to have.
And he had a great interview today too on the lounge with those guys. He had a great interview. I stomached through it so I could hear what Bate had to say.
I like how you said it with those guys.
Well, I didn't want to be disrespectful
with Woody and Buzz.
Chris, boy. Hey, I'm gonna say it like this. Five-ball conversation. This is me talking to you, Chad, and not those five.
Tell me you don't see Woody.
If you don't follow Chris on Twitter, you are missing out.
Yep.
Hilarious.
You are missing. If you don't follow Chris Just Joking on Twitter, you're missing out. I'm telling you. This dude is borderline need about a 15-minute skit. Borderline.
He need a set. It's a live set where he just tells his comedy.
And there is a stage and microphone at the 3rd on August 4th. So, you buy your tickets, you never know what'll happen.
That's where the stripper's going to be performing.
That's what be a secret.
That is not the secret we were talking about. That is not the secret we were talking about. At all.
But adding to that, Odell, I saw a quote from him saying that he's approaching this year as if this was his last year. So maybe I don't know if he meant it in the sense of, hey, I'm gonna put everything into this year because you never know what happens, or it's, hey, I'm taking it year to year at this point, right? So it's good that we got Zay Flowers, and that's good news for Bateman, because like we've been saying, like it's becoming a crowded room for Bateman. But no, man, like Odell ain't a long-term solution. Like best case scenario, he's close to 100% and he looks like the old Odell, and we re-sign him for a couple more years, right?
Mhm.
But Bateman, I mean, is still in the plans. Like they, we got to get high production from a wide receiver group, so he has a chance to go out there. Really, he has a chance to fight for the number one spot. We don't know what we're getting from Odell. We don't know what we're going to get from Zay Flowers. He's a rookie. Bateman, he's shown flashes, so he's still in the mix for whether it's number one or number two. He needs to go out there and play like he can be a number one, because Odell may not be in the plans for long term, and it might be Bateman's show after that.
Right. I went ahead and put that up there because that is one of the topics. Odell, in a Jeff Zarebic article on Athletic, talked about thinking his career was over with when he got hurt in the Super Bowl, and then also mentioning that this may be his last year. So that's why I got maybe a $15 million rental down there. So what? And I'm trying to take the positive out of it. This Odell could be part of a renaissance to actually get receivers to want to play in Baltimore. Even if he only plays this 1 year, we could actually, because remember, there was this narrative that receivers don't want to play in Baltimore because of the offense and whatnot. But even if Odell only plays this 1 year, he could be the start of guys wanting to come play with Lamar because the offense is different. They understand they can get numbers and win games and whatnot. So even if he only plays this 1 year, depending on how his knee and how his numbers and how much fun he has, it could start to turn. It could change the narrative that, okay, receivers can come here and do well and have fun, and it ain't all blocking.
Is this the start of overpaying for wide receivers?
Who said he was overpaid?
Everybody.
Who's
Nobody. Everybody. Nobody. Listen, the most that I think
two of six just question it.
Okay, well, I'm telling you right now, most people offered Odell a $6 to $7 million deal.
Oh, you mean other teams?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
so is this the start of us overpaying to make talent actually come to Baltimore? Is that what you're asking?
I hope so.
You got to start it somewhere.
Right.
I mean, I think that's part of the getting Lamar and like to reel in Lamar too, because it's like that seemed like that bridged a little bit of that gap when they brought Odell in, because you saw how happy it made Lamar. So it was like, all right, we're gonna give this dude whatever the hell he wants to make Lamar happy.
That's when Lamar sent that text.
He's
Wow,
like, all right,
EDC was watching the game. Hey, bro, I think we can talk now.
Right.
You all right? Yeah, call me tomorrow.
That also goes to show you it wasn't just about the money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, like me and we discussed it on our show too. Like, it wasn't just that. It's you clearly aren't investing in him. You're not investing in the offense. Why would like if you're not going to center the team around him, and you're going to put everything on the defensive side, and you're just getting him whatever was left over in the budget, then give him all the money, right? I'd be the same way. Well, give me all the money since you ain't spending on the offense, right? You clearly not putting your faith there, but you're using my legs up, so you're gonna have to pay me. Right. So they had to show that they're changing their way of thinking.
Well, look, we're gonna have to change something, because if, let's say, Bateman is injured or he doesn't play up to par, you think they're gonna pick up that 5th-year option next year? And that's gonna say a lot as to what they're gonna do with him going forward. If they don't pick up that 5th-year option, we're in another Patrick Queen situation.
I think they will at this point, because especially if they're not sure if Odell's gonna play next year or not. Like, you're not gonna go from 3 good wide receivers down to one.
Right.
Now, this is also why they should have signed DeAndre Hopkins, but whatever, right? But I think they will pick up his option because this comment down the bottom, he might retire, he's not sure, or he might just leave.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're gonna move on from Bateman.
I'm gonna put this one up there. I know I said something about using the tip one, but because I really have cap number issue. I don't really understand the cap the way a lot of you guys do. If he doesn't play here, he's going to cost us money. Mm-hmm. What if he retires?
He still costs. He still costs.
It's still That doesn't get you out of cap hell.
Okay,
Plays retiring.
So he need to play.
Yeah.
Okay.
For us.
He needs to
That's what I'm talking
restructure.
about.
He needs to restructure and play
Gotcha.
to get.
Can he
So
restructure and retire?
no, it'll still count. Like that money. That money is then is once he retires, I think the money is accelerated. So whatever you owed him on the back end is now prorated and gone up to when he retires. So
Well, he needs to sign a new deal.
yeah, but that's what he's saying. If he
Yeah.
signs a new deal, then retires. So that doesn't work in our favor either.
No. He just they say he just needs to play. Absolutely.
So once again, if he's one and done, we have more dead money against the cap, as we always do for no apparent reason. Which is why we should have signed D Hop to a 2-year, $26 million deal.
Gotcha.
Just saying.
What if we win the Super Bowl? Do you care?
Nope.
Oh no, not at all. That's the whole goal. That's
which is why we say cap is cap.
Right.
The Ravens just finally bought into it for once this year.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody else is doing it. I'm cool with it. It seems like I think this is the start of spending some money, showing that they will spend some money. We hope, right?
So EDC finally kicked the can down by Harbor House.
Yeah, like yeah. So
Lamar threw it out there.
Yeah, I mean, but it's listen. You invested a lot of money in Lamar. You know what I mean? So clearly, you had to build around him. You went and got an offensive mind. A real offensive mind at OC. You drafted Zay Flowers. You brought in OBJ, Nelson Aguilar. So you seem to look to spend some money there. It's the start. So hopefully, I'm with it. Open up that checkbook, because what we used to is them waiting for the Marcus Robinsons and all of those guys to get cut at the end of camp, and then they give them $5 million.
Mm-hmm.
So, spend some money, and hopefully OBJ, hopefully it was one of those situations where it just sounded good. I had to say something, that I didn't see I didn't read the article. I don't know if it was from his perspective, or if this was just Jeff's, forecast. He talked to him. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it was just, his moment to sound like, he laid it on the line type deal. Maybe he had so much fun this year, he comes back. We'll see. But even if he doesn't, I'm not mad. I won't be mad at the move at all. It finally showed me something, that they willing to go get somebody of substance, even though he is coming off an injury. But still, they spent some money, so I'm with it.
Got you. All right, next. Let's see. Oh, I'm muted. I mean, not muted. I'm froze. But we're gonna keep it pushing. This is our last one. That's all we're gonna cut it short today. This I wish I could throw my little violin music up there for this one, because I really hated this happened.
Yes, I hate it too.
Juice Man signed with the Raiders.
Yeah,
I really was hoping that something would happen and they would just, bring him back like when the season started, or, week 2 or something. But I guess, after him, kind of flirting with the Raiders and being like, look, hey, I'm going to sign Ravens, Ravens, I'm over here, with the Raiders, I'm going to sign with them. If y'all don't do nothing, he finally went on ahead and gave him a kiss. So what y'all think about Juice Man signing with the Raiders?
He had to do it, man. Like, I don't think he was getting too many other offers. I clearly, despite what John Harbaugh said, John Harbaugh just tells lies. They didn't want him back here, right? They signed Rocketson, and that was it. They didn't even explore bringing him back. So, I mean, that was the writing on the wall. I didn't really hear about any other team really being in on him. So that was the move to make for him.
Yeah, I'm with you, Chris. Like he just brought a swagger to the team, man. He brought a toughness, he brought an attitude to the team, and you're gonna miss that. You know what I mean? And I still feel like, and we spoke about this, all season long. I feel like the mind was still there. Him recovering off of injuries, he just couldn't react the way that his mind was telling him to. But hopefully he's healthy. And just the talent he is, just from the mental side. I mean, the brother, he's one of the smartest cornerbacks or players out there that I've seen in a long time. The way he can dissect the play, the way he can bait a quarterback. I would have loved to keep him here, but it's a shame, and I said on I think it was with Big Reg and them. I don't know much about Rock Ya-Sin. I really don't, but I do know MP. So hopefully, I see a lot of y'all saying, Rock is better. I hope you're right, but MP is gonna be missed, man. It was a joy to have him here when he for how long was he here? 3 years?
He came in 2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 3.
So-
Yep.
Fans are funny, man, because it was just 2 years ago. Y'all were like, he's the best corner on the team. He's making Marlon Humphrey look good, and Marlon didn't look good when he wasn't on the field. Now he's a bum. Now Rock Ya-Sin is better than him. All right, like that.
Yeah, look, stuff moves fast in the NFL. Like,
What have you done for me lately?
Bad. He
Facts.
was bad last year.
He was.
Like, it is what it is. He was bad. He's coming off a major injury, and he's not young.
But why isn't that? I mean, we know he's coming off a major injury. He didn't look 100%. Like, okay, yes, he's getting older. Maybe he's in decline, but I just don't think he's as bad as how he looked last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he would have been better this year.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, I mean, luckily you're going to get the chance to find out, and it's not going to cost your team a bunch of touchdowns and 115 QB rating like it did last year.
But what's gonna happen is well, what the Raiders should have did was kept my other boy, and then they would have had the Baltimore B squad. They had been locking people down in the AFC West.
Anthony Avery.
And
Yeah.
But y'all getting that scrub from Pittsburgh.
I was about to say we about to get that cat from Pittsburgh, right?
yeah,
Who?
yeah.
I didn't even know that was a real person.
Arthur somebody.
Arthur Marlette.
Yeah.
Man.
I love how they try to hype him up. Yeah.
That happened about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago, maybe.
Goddamn team. Listen. I'm so disappointed in the Ravens right now. Like, I was sitting there just like Marcus Peters with hope, just waiting. He was like, he had the contract in his hand, just like, come on. Can't about to start sign me. But everybody's like, Rock Ya-Sin. Listen, if you want your quarterback to have a perfect passer rating every other game, put Rock Ya-Sin in the game because he allows completions like nobody's business. He may be a better corner. People keep saying he's going to be better than Marcus Peters was last year. Marcus Peters was still hurt, so that's not really an upgrade, in my opinion. I guarantee you, Marcus Peters is going to Pro Bowl this season.
Oh, I take that back.
Okay.
I know you can't see me right now. My eyes
Yeah.
are
There are a whole lot of nostalgia talking on this screen right now. Because here's the thing, though, like it's not the Ravens didn't call Marcus Peters. It's 31 teams didn't call Marcus Peters.
He just didn't accept it. Hey, listen, the other teams called, and Marcus Peters wasn't picking up. Simple as
just
that.
the Raiders, huh?
They wrote him off.
Right, exactly. But watch, Pro Bowl.
You're predicting that like all
At
the
least-
Pro Bowl corners, like the real ones, are making deep playoff runs and they don't want to go.
Like I would have loved to have him back, but I
At
don't
least
think
5
he's Pro Bowl.
interceptions. At least 5 interceptions.
Look, man, Dalvin Cook's still out there. These teams are tripping. That's all.
Well, no, but Marcus plays a valuable position.
Yeah,
So-
running
All right.
backs.
What about Dalton Rosner, the guard from Denver? He's still out
No,
there.
the
tell-
one,
tell that to the
that they let
Giants.
go so that they could take your guard. You want him?
I mean, they signed. Listen, they gave away a first round pick
Dude,
for Russell
I-
Wilson
I
and
take-
Sean Payton.
I take Reisner over Ben Powers.
How about that?
Mhm. He better show up, or Ben Cleveland.
Right.
I don't know.
Yannick Ngakoue still out there.
We'll see.
Like,
We'll see.
Y'all hated Yannick.
okay. Well, listen.
I did hate him in Giro system. I mean, not Giro and
And-
Wing system.
Right.
Damn,
I
this
didn't
is
hate him.
ingrained in y'all.
I didn't think he played bad that year either. People keep on saying how like he we don't, our edges don't produce a lot of sacks in wing
Baltimore.
system. In wing system, they didn't produce a lot of sacks because they blitzed a lot. So his lack of production, I don't think that was him. That's just the system. It was the same thing with Judon, because
Yeah,
ever since Judon left, he's been top 3 in the league in sacks every year.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
like Judon don't produce a lot of sacks on what Wink had him doing.
no.
Bill Belichick got Judon up there running a bunch of stunts.
Mhm.
Judon coming out them stunts untouched.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
even
Wink
Yannick-
had
when
Judon
Yannick
trying to
left-
beat people off the head.
We should have signed Leonard Floyd.
As soon as Yannick left our system, 10 sacks.
Yep.
right?
Yep.
It was a system.
Every season. No
But I
less than
think
they
this,
say.
this new coach. Look, I'll give him his props, man. He did good last year. Well, I still want to see some more, but he did a good job last year. This is just a different system now.
Right. And I think Yanni could thrive in it because a lot more even fronts.
Mm-hmm.
But what Wink got going for him now is, and I know this ain't gonna do with the Ravens. Wink got 4 guys up front that can win one-on-ones.
Yeah.
Dude.
He got 4 guys up front that can win one-on-ones, and that's he just don't have no linebackers. But
maybe y'all should try that.
what?
Getting guys who can win one-on-ones.
What you mean picking them?
Any of them, anybody.
Why don't we have guys up front that can win
Trading
one-on-ones,
for 'em?
Hendo?
Why?
Yeah.
Because we decided we wanted to take a goddamn safety at the 14th pick.
Maybe he gets some sacks.
Then double down with a damn injured dude.
Who fault is that?
Eric DeCosta.
Oh, okay.
G-Ro.
we needed Linderbaum though. That's
Yeah, we did.
Nah, he ain't say nothing about Linderbaum.
I said that
He
14th pick.
talked about the 14th pick, then the second round pick. He say nothing about Linderbaum.
Look, Hamilton's gonna be gonna be good, but that was a luxury pick.
I know, Justin. I know. It froze a minute ago when my camera died. I know. We all good. Appreciate it though. Appreciate it.
Right.
Just to
Bring
be
back
with the technical analysis there.
Just to be on everybody's setup.
Oh, man. Y'all ain't gonna talk about me.
Now he think he the man. He's like,
Justin got that new laptop. Y'all ain't talking about me no more. I got restrained.
I appreciate it.
He was flaming up Hendo the other day too. Like,
Wasn't he?
Oh, he got you, Hendo.
He was like, "Yo, your screen keep freezing. What's going on, dog?"
you might want to get off that StreamYard though.
Oh man.
Hey, I got a question before we go, Coach.
Go ahead.
So I took you guys' advice and I binge watched the quarterback joint on Netflix.
Okay.
Was dope, very good, right? So my question to y'all, after watching this,
Mariota's a bomb.
damn.
what'd you say?
Oh my bad, I'm sorry. Tourette's.
That kind of attitude is why Lamar be getting hurt every year, why John Harbaugh still has a job, why you didn't sign DeAndre Hopkins. Is that
So
Too far.
my question is this: after seeing that, right now, before seeing the inside, behind the scenes look at this thing, right? We feel like the league goes out its way to protect the quarterbacks, right? After seeing this and seeing the type of shots they take, the injuries they play through, things like that, do you have a little bit more respect or a little bit more understanding for why the league kind of, as we thought, puts the bubble wrap around the quarterbacks and protect them more than anybody?
Not at all. Only because they don't afford Lamar that same type of protection. They let Lamar get beat the hell up, and they don't call like they'll do it right in front of him, and Lamar be like, "Yo,
yeah,
what's going? He assaulted me," and the ref be like, you ain't Brady. So no, I don't have respect because it's not called consistently throughout the league. Now I will say Patrick Mahomes with Max Crosby, that dude dirty.
Yeah, I don't think it's just Lamar. I think it's any mobile quarterback. Like if they feel like that you're a runner, you don't get the calls that a standstill got. Like Kirk Cousins and Cam Newton don't get refereed the same. Just like Sean Bradley and Shaq don't get refereed the same.
Exactly.
If you're melanated,
it's anybody that can
That's
move.
melanin.
You can't. You ain't gonna get called the same. You just ain't.
And also,
you said you're gonna get beat up.
Yeah, and yes, I mean, look, football's a violent sport. You put a microphone on any of those players, it's going to sound like a car wreck, right? You can put the camera on any one of those players in the training room getting worked on, and you can be like, my God, like they beat up, like they're all beat up.
And I would say this: with Kirk knew he was mic'd up.
Yeah,
and Mariota took just as hard a shots as Kirk did, if not harder. But Mariota wasn't out there.
He was sounding like a porno out there.
But I mean, not even from that standpoint. I wasn't paying no attention to that part. But like,
it was funny.
Yo, them dudes take some shots, bro.
Well, they do now. Yeah. They do. All of them do.
Yeah, and so I mean, it kind of made me look at the quarterback position from a different perspective. I mean, I admit I was one of those cats that look at some of the ticky tack calls, especially the players you named, Hendo, Brady, and stuff like that they would get. But like them standing in there, man, dudes was just plugging them just because, like pushing them down. Like I'm like, damn, all right.
Now, I will say Kurt's rib injuries are probably legit because you got a small window to hit the quarterback, and the ribs are prime. Okay, I know if I hit him in the ribs, I'm good.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much the aiming spot for defensive guys because that's one of the spots where ain't no flag coming. So his ribs were probably tenderized.
Yo,
they say he's the most hit quarterback in the league
because he can't move. You know where he gonna be at,
and his line sucks.
Yo, you talking about 300+ pound guys like throwing themselves at them, dude, like coming full speed. I'm like, all right. Like, I mean, look, I knew they took hits, but seeing it up and close like that, I was just like, dude, these dudes really do. You know what I mean? They getting popped. And like a lot of times, you got to stand there. If you're going to make the throw, sometimes you got to sit in that pocket. You know that hit is coming.
Bro, what about the throw fourth and against the Bills, fourth and whatever? When he didn't know where
he caught it,
Justin Jefferson was. He just like,
one hand.
Look, he just cut his eyes away, let him throw the ball, bro.
Yep.
And he took a lick and just threw it. And honestly, if the DB had any kind of common sense, knock the darn ball down. Why are you trying to get us unstat? Because you wanted the interception. Now it's a first down.
That was an amazing catch.
Jose, honestly, that catch is up there with Odell's.
Yes. I think that's better because he had to take it from the defender.
Yeah, that catch is up there with Odell's. That's if you guys haven't seen it, even if you ain't watched the show, go find that game. It was Minnesota and the Bills. It was 4th and like 18. They had to have it because they was gonna lose if they didn't. He got a first down out of it, and they went on to win the game.
He one-handed caught it where he took it from the Bills defender. He had to wrestle it away from him with one hand.
Yep.
In there.
Can Lamar have somebody like that? That's all I'm saying. Where he can just throw it up and don't worry, I'll take care of the rest.
Right. You know what, Jose? That play right there probably got jealous that 99 Madden. That play.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
Well deserved.
Crazy. Hey, Brian, what you looking forward to for camp next week for your guys?
I mean, I to be honest, I don't really look forward to camp because you're okay. What's going on?
Oh, you in the hood too?
You really? No, not exact. But you're not going to hear anything but really puff pieces for players because I mean I know that there is truth that comes out of camp and guys look better than expected and you can hear that, but all that keeps playing in my ear this time of year is Devin Funchess training camp MVP. Terrace Marshall looks like he's about to have a breakout, and it doesn't pan out. So I don't really pay too much attention. And obviously the most interesting storyline in Carolina is Bryce Young, and you're not gonna learn anything about him in training camp.
Well, let me say this because me and B talk about this. Panthers beat writers, they're not like Baltimore's beat writers. They kind of lacking on the job sometimes. So yeah, you don't really get as much detail about the team as we do up here. But
you suck too. Whatever.
You get emotional about it. You defending the beat writers all of a sudden?
No, I'm just saying y'all like our beat writers.
Who's your Jess Raybeck over there?
We don't attack our quarterback the way y'all's do.
Who's your Jess Raybeck over there?
Well, I mean, at this point, like they had better beat writers who have left.
Yes,
Jonathan Jones was very good, but it's probably Joe Person.
Joe Person, yeah. But what I was going to say is Panthers Nation podcast. They're friends of ours, Rashad and Dave.
And Dave.
Go subscribe to them. Rashad goes to training camp every year. Usually he'll film it because they're allowed to bring the cameras out there. So if you want to watch it. You want to watch training camp, and even if they do joint practices, a couple years ago they did a joint practice with the Ravens, and he filmed the whole thing. So a bunch of Ravens fans were over there on their page, watching it. But yeah, if you want to watch Panthers training camp, I know this is a Ravens thing, but if you want to watch it, usually Rashad is there filming it. You can watch it live.
Yeah, I watched it when he did it a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Where's our access to the Ravens practices?
So
And
you can bring
Cousteau box.
You can bring cameras. You can't film while they're practicing. While they're in between warming up and like kind of
You get some nice shots of the scenery.
I mean, where's our access like Rashad Dave have? Because they be getting a lot of stuff. Jerseys and all that.
Which I've been going for. He been going for a minute. Yeah, and he has boxes of stuff. He has boxes of stuff. Well, look, you can film. I shouldn't say you can't film at Ravens. You got to get like a press pass or whatever. You apply for one. You know, if you get one of those, you can film. But they're not going to give us one.
You just go to. You could just go with one of them cowboy hats that got a camera in it.
You'll never know.
Look, they are very vigilant there, but they are very polite too. Like they're not going to scream at you, but they'll kind of just reminder, no cameras while they're practicing, this and that, you know. And they always have people watching.
Gotcha. So basically, like when they warm it up and stuff, you can do your thing. But then once they actually transition into practice, you kind of need to put your phone and stuff down, right?
They have horns, so they say, hey, when the horn blows, you know, you gotta put your camera away, and somebody will walk by, and like I said, that they don't yell. They don't yell at you. They'll say, hey, you know, just a reminder, you know, no cameras, whatever, right? And then when the horn blows again when they're taking the break, then you know you can pull your camera out.
Gotcha. It comes with directions.
Yes. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I said, put your camera away. That's how they should do it.
It ain't gonna be no I said put your camera away. It's gonna have some extra syllables in there. You walk around like Pat Mahomes' daddy with a cigarette hanging off the edge of his lip.
He ain't gonna come out. It ain't in his DNA.
Oh yeah, he ain't coming out. Hey, man,
he had a couple of gems.
Yeah,
a couple of gems.
That thing was
Hey, let me ask y'all one more question. Pat's wife ain't as annoying as she came off on social media. To me,
no.
It's the brother, man.
Now the brother, he iced the brother,
man.
And he don't even hardly acknowledge the brother.
right?
Yeah, he had no lines in that show.
He'll kiss his daughter, his wife, and then he'll hit his brother with the what up?
Yeah, right. He with the what's up.
I didn't know he had two other sisters though.
Yeah.
Yes, I think the two little sisters are from
the mother.
Like, I think his mom like got remarried or
one's from the dad.
Whatever.
I think. Yeah.
So, but Daddy Mahomes, he is
True gangster.
Yeah,
I'm glad they featured him more. Like the mom didn't have any real lines in there because I seen her on Twitter too. She messy. I'm glad they didn't have her talking.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Speaking like when they beat the Bengals, he was like, smoking that Joe Burrow. Smoking that Burrow pack.
Yeah.
But it was good, man. It was good. Like I said, I already was a kind of like closet Pat Mahomes fan because of the way he played, but seeing his fire and the way he talked, bruh, I really like him now. And somebody mentioned a minute ago that the way old boy for the Raiders, that dude dirty.
Max Crosby
acting like he's going for the ball. He just straight punched that man in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Did he?
And he didn't act like he know what he was doing.
Yeah.
They did y'all see the list of the alleged list of the 3 quarterbacks for next year?
No.
I don't know. Somebody said it was Josh Allen,
Aaron Rodgers, and
Daniel Jones.
Yeah, because they probably got to started filming because I know they got a green light for a second season, so he probably had to start filming like ASAP.
So they always got to have a third irrelevant quarterback in there. Okay.
Josh Allen.
Yeah. I think that is the formula though, right? You have a top level, mid level, and a lower level.
Daniel Jones.
I guess so.
You could have done better.
What is Josh Allen?
Top level.
So Aaron Rodgers, the mid level.
Yes.
Now he is.
Oh, okay. I figured with the New York market, he would be top level. I was thinking about the market, really.
He ain't gonna get nothing out of Josh. I mean, out of Aaron Rodgers with some weird shit.
Yeah,
Right.
no, you get a whole lot. It ain't gonna be nothing that you want.
Plenty out of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Saul did. I don't know if you guys heard Sauce on the pivot, but he was like, Aaron Rodgers is not what people think like he is. Like he's really like a down to earth cool dude. That's what Saul said on the pivot.
Listen, Sauce is like 19 years old. Okay, like Sauce doesn't know. Aaron Rodgers isn't what Sauce thinks he is. He just met Aaron Rodgers. And Aaron Rodgers told him a bunch of BS. He's like, oh wow, yeah, yeah.
He copped him some ice.
Joe did.
Right.
Yeah, they've been going to dinner together and stuff too.
Movies and all that.
Yeah.
Wait till he gets to know
fake uncle.
Aaron.
Right.
No, we know exactly who Aaron Rodgers is. He'll find out.
Right. But then again, Sauce play defense too, so it ain't gonna matter. Well, who need to be worried about is what's the receivers?
Garrett Wilson.
Garrett Wilson. Wait till he drop a pass.
Or Garrett Wilson don't drop no passes.
He just made a crazy catch.
Yeah,
Garrett
back of the end zone one.
Aaron ain't got that kind of clout in New York. Right? He ain't in Green Bay anymore.
I think Garrett Wilson is the right wide receiver for him because Garrett Wilson got that. He got that attitude with him too. Like he gonna let Aaron Rodgers know, like, yeah, no, you gonna put the ball over here, big dog. Don't even look over there.
You know, them young cats don't care about history either.
Right.
But
I think that's gonna work. I think the attitudes are gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you need somebody that's going to, keep you on your toes. I think they'll both keep each other on their toes. I think that duo will work well.
He's gonna be like, look, I'm not Romeo Dobbs. Throw me that ball.
Facts.
I ain't Christian Watson.
He ain't trust Christian Watson for about 9 weeks.
How about that?
Hit this crazy thought. As good as Garrett Wilson was last year, and Chris Olave.
Yep.
They were not the best receiver on that team coming out of college.
Mm-hmm.
From their mouths.
Yeah.
Right. And from the film either. They were not crazy.
And you know what that guy gets as his reward? He gets to play for the Arizona Cardinals.
No, he don't. The Seahawks.
Huh? Oh, you're talking about I'm talking about Marvin Harris.
You're saying
but no, Marvin didn't play that. Like Marvin didn't play that year.
Right.
But he was on the team, right?
He was on the team, but he didn't play.
Yeah, but
who's the other one that's supposed to be better than them two as well?
It's another cat.
His name begin with E or something. His last name begin with E or something.
Mecca.
Something like that, Chris.
I think
number 2.
Yeah,
something like that, Chris. I think it's the EE. It's initially EE. I think
something like that. Yeah, he's supposed to be better than both of them as well.
But in the NFL either.
Yeah, Arizona probably gonna draft a quarterback.
I want to know what we gotta do.
They got 2 top picks though.
Oh,
they could, in theory, be picking 1 and 2 next year.
Kitler Williams and Marvin Harrison.
Yeah,
we might have to trade Bateman next year to get Marvin Harrison.
And Marvin Harrison,
Bateman ain't gonna get you anywhere near Marvin.
We could get Marvin Harrison Sr.
Right. Maybe.
If he anywhere near like his daddy is on and off the field, you don't want to mess with him. All right.
We need that though. We need that, Mike.
He'll fit in
perfectly.
He'll fit in perfectly here in this city. He would fit in perfect.
His dad was fine off the field.
Right. Very nice guy.
How many times
only
he got
about an hour and a half from Philly?
Hey,
very nice guy till you cross that line.
This is recorded, so I'm going to say he's a nice guy.
I am not a habitual line stepper.
Right. Leave that man alone.
That's bad.
All he did was go out there and run routes with Peyton with his eyes closed. That's all he did.
That's all I know him for. Catching touchdown passes.
All the fame.
I know.
Facts.
I know. Hey Chris, let the people know where they can find you.
You can find me on Twitter at Chris Just Joking. You can, like I said earlier in the episode, Coach, thank you for reminding me because I would have forgot. We dropped the episode on Deep Cover last week, so you could go check that out wherever you'd like getting your podcast on. It's a 2-part episode, so we got you covered for 2 hours on that with a training camp preview.
That's it. Short and sweet.
I ain't got shit else going on. I'm going on vacation.
He's mentally already gone. Mike.
Yeah, man. Look, I don't never give my Twitter handle. Follow me on Twitter at OTR_Mike. I used to do it because I used to say You follow me, I follow you back, unless you're on that weird stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, go follow me over there. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go over to Open Mic with OTR Mike. I'm on the road to 500 subscribers. Got a little ways to go, but I know y'all gonna help me. So thank you in advance. I will have an episode dropping tomorrow. My producer forgot
I
to
was
drop
supposed to. Yeah, that's my bad. You texted me last night. I was like, I got you. Now I went right to sleep.
it. But I will have an episode dropping tomorrow, most likely.
Yeah.
So check that out. And it will be on YouTube and audio. And as Chris said, find it on your favorite podcast streaming platforms. It will be there. I'm also 1/3 of Ring Kings podcast. You may see me and my brother below me with the Ring King shirt on tomorrow morning because I took off of work to watch this fight. Oh, is this live?
Yeah.
I won't be at work because I ain't feeling well. But you may see us tomorrow morning on Ring Kings podcast to discuss what happens with the fight tomorrow morning. But as I always say, go over there and subscribe as well because that's just the best boxing podcast on YouTube. No shade to them other ones, but we love all fans, including the casual ones. And that's why we gave you the advice on this show to wake your ass up at 8 o'clock in the morning to catch that fight because you will like it. It is going to be one of the better fights that you'll see this year. I'm more so looking forward to this fight than I am the one coming this weekend, the more popular fight.
Yeah.
Okay. So check this fight out. And check us out tomorrow. We should be there. Also check out Open Mic. Should be an episode there tomorrow. Salute.
Salute.
Yes, sir. You can find me on the Road Pod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. I come out with a video every Friday at 6:30 p.m. But for the rest of this week, I will be unveiling the rest of the top 100 countdown, 6:30 p.m. They're only like 5-minute videos, so it's not going to take it that long. I also do a live stream on Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. recapping the NFL and the Ravens for the week that was. Saturday, going to be at the stadium, so hope to see everybody there for the open stadium practice. And
Take good notes.
That's pretty much it. I'm gonna record them.
Take good notes.
Record them. Ain't gonna stop me from recording.
Well, the stadium, they can't stop you at the stadium.
Bring the cowboy hat.
No, at the stadium, they can't stop you.
They can't. They let us do it last year. So,
they did.
Yeah, they let us do it last year.
Yeah, the stadium is different, but at the
when they're actually running plays and going through the motions, they don't let you record that. So
at the stadium, the same practice they showing on YouTube.
The ones that Saturday, the 29th.
Yeah,
the stadium they can't control it. Like they might
too many
ask
people.
You,
It's too many people and spread out. They can't catch you.
But at practice, they watching you.
Yeah. A word of advice: wear sunscreen.
Sunscreen, got you.
It's at 12 something.
It's gonna be hot too.
All right.
Yeah.
Hendo, I had one more thing for you. I forgot. I guess I'll remember maybe.
The chain around your neck?
No.
My bad. My bad.
I'm froze. Remember, I can't even show it. Can't show you. I'm froze. Remember?
You can't show them my chain. Nice.
Blasphemy. This guy,
Nice.
Jose and B.
Yes, me and B, we are the Lunch Break Hot Take. We do a live show every Wednesday night at 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by the Overtime Show, which you can find on our Patreon at patreon.com/LBHT Show. And as you can see what I'm wearing, Ring Kings Podcast. Mikey already mentioned it. It looks like we're going to be doing a live stream after the fight. And that's going to be in the morning. Some of you will just be getting to work. So, if you're, you log in and you're trying to kill some time or you're not trying to pay attention to the meeting that you're in, you can pull us up.
There you go, Chris. Not trying to pay attention to the meeting you in. There you go.
I took off tomorrow. I'm gonna be at the beach.
Oh, there you go. So, hey, if you got good reception at the beach, check us out. So, it's a big fight. Set your alarm clock so you can get up early enough to watch it. I think ring walk is estimated about 8 a.m. Eastern time. Okay. Those fights usually last, if it goes 12 rounds, it'll last about 36 minutes. So we'll probably be streaming a little bit after that. I gotta I gotta drop my little man to his basketball camp, and we'll get it going. But yes, in the morning time, a little after 9 o'clock, we should be doing a live stream. B may or may not join us. Don't know yet.
To be determined.
To be determined. TBD. Yes.
Yeah, gotcha. And as for me, you can find me here. Obviously, you can find me on More Simply Tally also, where we're counting down the 32 the 32 teams in my power ranking. But I also want to throw this out there, and you can't see it now because I'm froze, but the shirt I have on, it's designed by none other than Mr. Rogue Pod himself. It says motivation, and it also in the bottom right corner it says manufactured by me. So you don't need nobody else to motivate you. You can motivate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you see the shirt he has on, athlete. That comes from me. You see Ring Kings, they have their merch. You see the hat B has on. Mike don't have his on today, but he got merch in his suit. Oh, he got it. Oh, there it is behind the mic.
That's a classic OTR
Hey,
shirt.
The
Yeah.
real OTR.
The real.
Ooh,
Bunch of fakes out there.
Y'all had it first. Yes.
spicy. In the stream, coach, will we get in trouble?
On that note, support. Hey, film is about to start back up on this channel, and as y'all know, for me, it's film, then more film. That's what we headed to once butts are on the ground. But Hendo, take good notes. Practice start Wednesday. I'll see you for the recap on Jose and B's show Wednesday. I don't know if y'all doing Still Conspiracy tomorrow. Are you guys doing that?
I'm not for certain,
TBD.
but
You
I forgot to say.
you definitely got you got what 80 through what's tomorrow? 80 through 61? 80 through 61.
8 through 61. Also, election relaxation with Mr. Galloway. We're doing a live stream.
He went in the surf tunnel, didn't he?
Did you go underwater?
When the ocean gate.
Right,
Women.
You touched the mic off?
Do it again.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right,
Now
I'm
you're
back
good. Now you're good. Go ahead.
Yes, the wrong person. What part did you hear?
Start over. Let your relaxation. You went
I
swimming.
said tomorrow, electric relaxation, 8 p.m. Myself and Dre will be interviewing someone from the West Coast. He's
Okay.
a West Coast artist, Hopefully it'll be dope. Hopefully it'll be better than last week, but
Oh, I'm finna end this because I got to answer what happened last week. All right.
That's what
Hendo, you fool.
that's when Hendo's with neck of the woods.
Classic after the stream stuff.
You
there.
are.
Peace, y'all.
Hendo.
it's jokes. We be joking.